Alright, we're going to start doing some HTML, which is very important to this class. It's almost 30% of this course, which means if you don't get HTML, you're more than likely not to pass this class. This lesson is a starting point. You can't just skip this lesson and go to the next one because it builds on each other. So let's talk about XHTML. XHTML in this lesson, anytime you see blue, that's the code you're going to key in your web editor. The web editor we use is called Arachnophilia. So if you'll go to Start and Programs, some of you will see a shortcut to Arachnophilia, some of you will not. But Arachnophilia is just basic web editor. It's very bland, very blank, but it's better than Notepad, which is what most people use to type HTML. As you go through this lesson, we're going to have questions for each one, but I'm just going to go through the lesson part and not answer the questions. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is open up Arachnophilia. When it comes up, you're going to key your name's tutorial. So I'm going to do Freeman's tutorial. I want to make sure the background color is white and that my text color is black. Then I'm going to click OK, and we're good to go here. Now let's click on question 1. So I'll go ahead and do that. I do not see a progress bar. You will, and if you don't answer all the questions, you'll get a bad grade. So make sure you do that too. Alright, the structure tags. You'll notice that when you start a new XHTML document, Arachnophilia has already got some code for you. The blue that you see, these are tags. Tags are what tell the text what to look like in a website. There's some things we don't need. We're going to clean this up. Right now we're not going to use any of these meta tags, so we're going to delete that. And right now we're going to take this out because we'll learn about that later. We'll delete that. And we're going to delete everything behind the body tag. And BG color means background color, so right now that's the code for white. Text color, that's the code for black. You could actually just key white and black and it will do that. Link is for what color your links are going to be. Most of the time links are blue. V-link is when you visit a link and you've come back to the site, which most of the time that's purple. And then A-link is what the color of the image at that time. So if you have a purple background color and your visited link is purple, when someone comes back to your web page, they will not see the text because the V-link is gone. But again, right now we're going to delete everything but the body tag. Everything that appears on your web page will be between the opening body tag and the closing body tag. Let's go on to the next step. So these are your structure tags. As I was saying, when you get finished, you should have this Lane Freeman's tutorial where you have your name instead of mine. Alright, so we're going to go to the next part, heading tags. First of all, we have to create a folder named HTML. Many of you have not been saving your work in the right place. You just go to My Documents or the place that opens up. But everybody has a student work folder somewhere on your computer. You're supposed to have the periods, first, second, third, and fourth. If your third period, inside that you should have week 1, 2, 3, 4. Now so far that hadn't been a problem, but now it's going to be if you don't do that. So let me show you how to make a folder if you haven't been doing it. We're going to go ahead and save this. Go to File, Save As. I'm just going to do it on the desktop. You'll more than likely go to your libraries and documents and you'll see a folder there. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll help you. Alright, there is not an HTML folder at this point. The easiest way to create a folder is to come over here to Create New Folder, and you'll name it like, if this is week 10, then double click it, XHTML, and inside the XHTML folder we're going to save all of our projects, but right now we're just practicing, so we're going to name this folder Practice. And then we go inside that folder. Let's see if we're instructed what to save this as your initials practice.html. So we're going to go to your initials, which mine is LF, practice.html. Save. Alright, now we've done that, we're going to start with the heading tags. First, let's kind of break down a tag. What is a tag? These little things right here, the less than symbol and the greater than symbol, are called wickets. In between the wickets is the tag itself. This is telling it to be a heading 1 tag, and then it's a H1 tag. The only difference between the opening and the closing tag is a slash. If you do not put a slash there, it will always be the same. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to copy it, put it in Arachnophilia, paste it, and what I like about Arachnophilia is you can just click on this button here. It's called the preview button. When you click on that, it gives you a preview. You'll notice that the H1 tag is the largest tag, the H6 tag is the smallest tag. Also notice that it double spaces after each heading tag. It will always double space after a heading tag. Another feature I like about Arachnophilia is if you forget to leave a wicket, everything turns purple. If you see purple, that means you've made a mistake. If you see red, that means you've made a mistake. So you should only see green, blue, and black. Otherwise, you've made a mistake. We're going to save our changes, and then we're going to go to spacing within the HTML documents for part 2.